Hey everybody, welcome to The Dose. My name is Brian McIntosh. What an awesome night! I'm so stoked. It's really pathetic that I get this excited about the Cowboys winning a football game. But you know, I'm a Cowboys fan. Don't hold it against me now. I grew up in Texas, 23 years. I come by it legit. But my boys broke a 4-game losing streak in Cowboys Stadium. By the way, I refuse to call it AT&T Stadium. It's Cowboys Stadium until I'm dead. That's just the way that's going to be. But anyway, I'm excited for them. Good for them. Whatever. Here's the message for tonight. Right? Watching the Cowboys win made me happy. Gave me joy. And I'm excited about that. That's great. And I was also looking at some Facebook posts, you know, some friends of mine that are out of town traveling and they're having a good time. Woo, and they're full of joy. And you know what I'm realizing is that being around people that have joy in their lives is fun. It's transferable. It's contagious. You get around people that are having a good time, that are full of joy, and suddenly you're full of joy and you feel good. And what I'm beginning to realize is that people want to be around other people that are not just positive, that are not just happy, but that are full of joy. And what is this intangible word joy? You know, I mean, what does joy really mean? To me, here's what joy means. Joy means an essentially interwoven happiness into just about everything you do. Joy means I'm having fun, right? It doesn't necessarily mean you're happy in that you're excited about the situation that you're in or something that's happening at that moment, but it means that you can have fun with all of it. You can enjoy the fact that you're alive and you're breathing oxygen and you're on this planet and that we're all here together and that you're doing good things in the world, right? That's what joy to me means. It means just making the most of every situation. That's joy. You know, I've got joy. You know, if the Giants had won tonight, I would have sent a couple of text messages to my Giant fan buddies and, you know, conceded the game and hung low and all that, but I would have had fun with it anyway. And to me, that's really the definition of joy, as opposed to maybe getting mad and sending nasty messages or something like that, okay? Joy means making the most of every situation that you're in. Here's the fantastic thing about joy. It's a decision. You get to decide just how happy you're going to be from moment to moment, from day to day. You get to decide how you're going to react to things. You get to decide how you're going to respond to conversations and other people. You get to decide how joyous you are going to be in your life. And I'll tell you something, the decision to be joyful is one that has to be made moment to moment, hour to hour, day to day. Even me, as hard as I've worked on this concept, which I've held close for a long time, as hard as I've worked on it, I still find myself just being a grump sometimes. And I have to remind myself that although it's easier maybe sometimes to be a grump, and although sometimes it makes your own self feel better when you can take these negative feelings and kind of push them off on other people if you're having some negative stuff going on in here, even though sometimes that's the easier thing to do, here's what I have to remind myself. Nobody likes to be around that crap. And that's just the truth. Guys, nobody likes to be around that junk. And so every once in a while when I'm being a grump, or especially if my wife says, "Why are you so grumpy?" I go, I don't want to be a grump, and I make a conscious decision to be joyful. Now, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it, but here's what I do know. I do know that when you make a conscious decision to be joyful, even though you may not feel joyful in the moment, the act of smiling and engaging positively with other people and in other conversations and doing things that physically will bring you joy, what happens is your mood will naturally elevate. So you will push yourself from a mood maybe of not so joyous into a much more joyous mood, but it has to be a conscious effort first, because you can keep yourself in the funk just as easily as you can push yourself up into joy. But it is a decision that you make, and if you will make this decision to live with joy, believe it or not, it's actually on my daily checklist, man. The things that I want to get accomplished every day, my health and wellness, my fitness, my business goals and all this. And at the bottom, no kidding, it says live with joy, because I know it's a decision. And if you know it's a decision, then you can decide to do it too. It's not going to be easy, but it can develop into a habit. And when you develop the habit of always thinking, am I being joyous now? Am I being positive now? Am I being happy now? Am I being the kind of person that other people want to be around? What happens is you elevate your attractiveness, and others want to be around you. And when others want to be around you, it opens up more opportunities. It opens up more, relationships. It opens up more doors, and it opens up the floodgates of abundance in your life, not just in business or in finance, but in relationships and spirituality and everything else. So just being joyful can make a huge impact in your life. And the great news is you're 100% in control. You get to decide just how joyful you want to be. So make a decision to go out there. Make it a joyous day.